kind of ignition's in there?
Well, the MSD, it looks like to me.
So what kind of stuff you got in your race car?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same kind.
How can you have the same thing in your race car?
Well, I have two plug wires coming. No, I only have one coil wire coming out of mine.
I only got one coil wire coming out of mine.
Yeah, so it's similar. In fact, I think that one's bigger than mine, to tell you the truth.
The coil probably is.
A bit bigger.
What kind of ignition's in your car?
I've got MSD 7AL2 or something.
Well, there's your problem.
What's in it?
You got a wimpy ignition in your race car.
That's a wimpy one? Yeah, they could be programmed, though. You can put different things into it. You have that new one out, though.
Program mine, too,
really
right
programmable.
There. I got a mechanical programmer.
That's what this one does? Mine's a lot bigger than that, but I don't know if that matters or not.
So every time you hit the button there, you got to retard your ignition a little bit when you put your nitrous to it.
Would that be this button here?
That might be something. That does look like an offending
it's red.
button.
Red, it must mean
that does look like
something.
an offending button. That came right out of an F-16 fighter jet.
Really?
Yeah.
So does it kill the ignition, or that just turns the nitrous on?
That's the nitrous. Feel it.
That's easy enough. Go both ways? Two-way switch?
Yeah.
I'm going to wear it out.
It's a gun trigger.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
How many nitrous systems are on there?
2 solenoids here. I think 2. Is that right?
See 2 here, yeah.
2, where's the other one at?
I don't know, where's the other line at?
1 here, you get 2.
What solenoid is that?
I don't know. Going to this one here, isn't it?
Well, what's feeding it?
I'm looking.
Don't yank on it too hard.
I'm just hitting another button. The blue ones are the nitrous. 2 of those are going to there. 1 to here and 1 to there.
Well, what feeds the solenoid? That tells you what it does.
Here.
What's that? Where's that go?
Just in these blue lines. Some of the spaghetti stuff on here, huh? You know the fuel, that's what it dumps back in?
What?
That's the overflow? Or is that one coming out? Fuel pump, that's got to be going back in because it's coming out here, right?
Where's the fuel pump?
That's fuel pump in. Where's the other line at?
Where's the fuel line start at?
That's what I'm looking for.
Where's the fuel tank?
There got to be 2 of them on here, so that was it? Oh. That's just a vent?
That's a vent.
This big old fatty. That's the return one, right? Oh, we just established that one earlier.
That's a carbonator.
Fuel, right? Not nitrous fuel?
Nitrous pump?
This is nitrous pump? You know, nitrous is under pressure, right? Where's the other end of that thing at? There's only one thing coming
Where's it
up.
going?
Oh, it's up here. Oh, and this big old fatty?
Where's it go to?
That one there? Right there.
Oh, there goes the fuel tank. Oh, down low.
Where it belongs.
Who sucks out of the top of a fuel
tank? In the rear
tank?
of the tank.
Who sucks out of the top of a fuel tank?
Oh, you know, inexperience here.
Inexperienced. It's called you suck from the back in the corner.
Right. Rear and the back.
Why do you suck from the back in the corner on that?
Because the fuel's going that way when you're going fast.
Because momentum goes backwards.
There's no baffles in there?
No, just a big hole.
Okay, so come out of there, go into here.
Can you tell it got increased in size?
You won't have enough to do a run, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't big enough.
How much ground clearance does it have when you're running? Like none? Inch?
Well, the tires are right here, so it's got tons.
Not tons, I'd say, but a little bit.
Well, how hard was it getting out of storage?
That's what I mean. I got a skid plate underneath there anyway.
What skid plate?
Oh, it's a kickstand.
Is there a skid plate under there?
Kickstand skid plate. That would be extra weight if you put a skid plate on it. So what have they been breaking your records with up there? Indians?
No.
500cc something?
Something.
I think you got a lot. This solenoid's for another fuel. That's the pressure gauge, right?
What's that one for?
Well, what's this one though? This
The
pressure gauge that feeds it into what?
Well, what's that connected to?
Well, the fuel return line here.
Who's called here?
Kohler?
Kohler called you. Who's that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a different brand in mine. I have somebody. I got only 1 in, 1 out on mine.
Wow.
No, 2 out.
If you go back to the 90s and look up ProMod, you'll find out what that is.
Really?
That's called a regulator.
What is this?
Where's what go?
So what is this back here? This line hooked into?
I don't know. What is that line?
That's a fuel line
Oh, what do you see back
going
there?
right here. I don't know what it is I'm looking at though. Is that,
What's back
is
there?
that another fuel pump? Or
What's
it's
in
just a, it's just a,
What is that? What goes to it?
I can't even tell what it is, much less what goes
Well, you
to
got to
it.
follow the lines.
One here,
Yeah.
Is there
where's
one
the other
coming out of it?
Where's the one coming out of it?
on the other side.
Other side of what?
Oh, that's going, no, not seeing, got a little cap on that one.
Keep touching the oil tank, you'll get dirty.
I just can't see where that thing goes to, King. Is that it right there?
I don't know. What are you picking on over here?
It's oil. That's oil. He's still talking about oil here.
What are you picking on over here? What's that?
Oil line.
Where's that go?
Back over to here, the custom crankshaft.
Custom crankshaft? That looks like an oil pump.
Custom
to me.
oil pan, oil pump.
That looks like an oil pump. That looks like an oil crank.
So what's this one then?
Where's that oil line go to?
Here's the back, the other side of the pump.
Yeah.
So this is the feed, and that's got to be the feed, bottom corner, right?
Bottom is usually feed, yeah. What's the other one go to?
Comes out. Oh, there's two of them here, huh?
How many lines are in there?
2, 3 total. One here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which
How
one
many?
now?
5,
Where's
20?
that go to?
How many lines you up
The
to?
oil filter.
That's an oil filter? Oh,
Yeah.
What's that on there for?
Keep the oil clean.
Yeah, that didn't work
Or
very
add
well.
some weight. Here. Got the other end, is that one I was looking at?
Oh, the what?
This line right here?
What's that? I don't know.
It's
What are you
oil.
looking at?
It's oil on the other side, going to the other side. Now we gotta go back over there again.
Spectres have issues with my bike.
I still lost it, so
Where's it go?
right here.
Where's it at?
It's going to this one.
What are you looking at?
Trying to find that line I was just looking at on the other side from the oil pump.
Oh, a bunch of lines there. Which one are you looking at?
I know it's picture of mine. Can't tell what's what.
You got to
anymore.
follow the lines.
It's clear. It's gotta be blow by or breather lines, right?
Which one?
Clear ones,
Clear.
like this one.
What are they?
Low pressure.
What's that line?
Gotta be. I don't know. Overflow out of the head. Takes it back.
What's in it?
It's clear. It's oil. It's definitely oil line.
It's oil line.
Similar to this one.
That's oil. Is there oil in that motor?
Does it actually pump it?
Is there oil in that motor?
There's oil in the tank. I don't know how much. No, there's no oil in the motor.
Where's the oil go to?
Very little in the motor.
Where's that oil go to?
Comes out of the head back there. And that's what, out of the rocker boxes or what? Or is that in? Is that in?
I don't know.
Low. It's gotta be low pressure with.
Where's the line go to?
Well, this one goes over here to the tank. The other one goes over the other side again.
Oh, shit, there's lines everywhere, this bike.
It's going in the tack drive. And where the tack on, where the
Oil-fed.
distributor would normally be,
It's
right?
an oil-fed tack drive.
Is that where the generator's supposed to be there? I mean, the distributor's supposed to be there, right?
That's where the lifter is.
Oh, where the lifter used to be.
Matches the two back ones. See, there's two in the front.
Yeah.
It's called a
Okay.
hole.
A hole, empty hole. So what is that? What's that doing? Then that head's coming out of that oil's coming out of the head and going back into here to drain down to the pump.
It drains into the motor.
Not much. It just goes into the big pan down here, right?
There's a pan down there, yeah.
What else we got here? Wiring back here.
What wire?
Custom,
You got wires now?
Custom wiring in here.
No, we got custom wiring.
But there's one green one coming off this
What kind of custom
idiot
wire we
light there. Then we
got?
got this other like telephone wire back here.
Telephone wire. Are you a telephone guy?
It looks like it.
Where's
Where's it?
that
Oh, that's
telephone
your
wire?
ignition wire.
Where's
is
that
huh?
telephone wire going to?
That's ignition.
It might go underneath this V2 cover.
Yeah. And I guess over to the MSD at the other end of it, huh? Look at the wires on it. So heavy duty. Warning: do not use this device with what? Solid core spark plug wire. Really? Gotta use it. It's too much power. Mess everybody's radios up for miles around.
Yeah, well, it's got an MSD wire on it. Is it like my
Oh, look at
ignition
all the
panel
switches
there?
down here, man.
I got a couple of switches there, don't I?
What's this light? Let you know the nitrous is burning?
Which one?
The green one down there? What that one is? Or is that a button?
What's it do?
I have no idea. I don't want to push it.
Isn't it labeled?
It has so much dirt you can't see it. Well, you got lots of switches on there. That's a button, though, isn't it? It is. That's gonna be for the nitrous.
Nitrous?
No,
I gotta take my hat off the throttle to work it?
this one. No, you just hit with your thumb. I guess not.
What's the switch on the other side for?
Search, I like the lights.
What's the switch on the other side for?
That's the buttons, what that was for up there, huh?
So what's this hose for over here? Where'd it go?
Which one?
You got lost.
Oh, we're still trying to figure out this one. Out of here. That's fuel. So that oil. That's fuel. This is oil, right?
You haven't figured it out yet.
I don't know where this one went.
If you haven't figured it out
I can't
yet.
see it. Oh, that's the one that goes in.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out yet, blue is fuel
Okay.
because this is fuel rated
So the red
hose.
is nitrous.
And clear is not fuel because it's not fuel
Oil.
rated.
It's oil, right?
It's oil or
Well,
overflows.
this is fuel overflow, but not pressurized fuel, right?
Well, it's overflow.
And red is nitrous then.
It's basically a vent.
Okay.
At least that's what I tell them.
And this one too. This one here too, though. It's not really a vent though. It's a return line.
Well, it's oil or vents.
And so the red is the nitrous.
What?
Blue and red.
I don't
Red's
go by
got to be
color.
a gas.
I don't care. I don't go by color.
Only on the fuel lines. Well, I'll learn more about it later on. I can't. It's too much to take in one night.
You haven't figured out what that light is for
I
yet.
haven't. I can't figure out where it goes, much less what the hell it's
What's
for.
it going to?
It's an oil tank, isn't it? This one here. Isn't this one here?
That's not the one you're on. You're on the lower one. You're on the blue hose.
It's a red wire for.
I don't know. What's the red wire?
It's going to, what is this thing?
What's what thing?
That deal right there.
What's where?
This.
What's it look like?
I don't. It's like a piece of metal or something. Is it a solenoid or what is it?
Well,
You can't see the damn thing, can
what's
you?
it look like up here? Does it look like one of those?
What or what? Is it a custom-made plate you made there?
They got the same pattern here over here.
So is it another solenoid? That's a hidden third one that you don't tell nobody about?
What's going to it?
Oil lines.
It's blue. It's fuel line.
This one is fuel in.
Where's it go?
Where's the out?
What's that thing right there?
That's the out. Well, this spaghettied out. You can't see shit, man.
Where's it go?
I can't hardly see it. Right here.
Where's that go?
That's the main line of the injection system on. There's a vent.
What's that do?
I'm not sure if it feeds it because it's getting fuel and gas through there.
It's dumping fuel in that motor.
That's extra gas coming in. Is
It's just fuel.
that when you get that little cloud out here in the front?
That's
Wow.
a fuel only.
Switch right here is for what?
Might do something.
Another explosion device, probably. That turn on some solenoid on
Turns on something.
pump. So you got
So how much is feeding that intake now?
a lot.
How many cylinders are up
A
there?
lot. One cylinder with all kinds of fuel going to it.
All kinds of fuel.
5 psi on the. You run on this thing on the pressure.
It's 5.5.
I think we run mine at like 10 or 9 or something like that, but I don't have that many lines on it.
What's
Nice
this
being.
one? What's this one feed at?
Is it different than that one?
Yeah.
That's fuel. You still got fuel going in the bowl too, and this one.
Yeah, fuel going to everything.
Damn.
What's this one pressure at?
I have no idea until it's running. Gotta be more than 5 though.
What's the gauge?
30.
What's the gauge up there say?
It's too dirty. I can't see it. That goes up to
Same one.
no 25, 30.
Same gauge.
Same thing.
Same gauge.
How do you adjust this one though? I don't see the little adjust like this. You adjust this one here, right?
Yeah.
This one's not adjustable.
Not very accurate.
Oh.
This is your standard diaphragm style pressure regulator, which are very inaccurate
Oh.
and not very sensitive.
Kind of have on my car.
So they, when you put a sudden load on there, like opening up 15 spray nozzles at once, it tends to not keep up.
Oh. Drops it down too low, huh?
Yeah, it's called lean
So this
backfire.
one, you just telling you what's there.
It's
Then,
called lean backfire.
Huh? Oh no, yeah, like detonation.
That could
You
happen
ready to
too.
detonate, probably.
I don't know, when the blower goes through the hood, what's that tell you?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So this is the fuel pump here, which is a
Large fuel pump.
big ass one. It's 250 gallon per hour,
Yeah.
but when you run it on 15 volts, it probably puts out 300.
Damn.
And it's unbypassed. There's a bypass here, but I plugged it up. I don't use it.
Oh.
So the
Looks like
bypass.
is this one then, huh? Why is it going to oil
The
tank?
bypass is right here.
Oh. Okay. What is this line? Return line.
That's
it.
overflow.
Overflow, okay.
So this is our fuel pump going into here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a fuel manifold. It's a log manifold.
Okay.
This the fuel pressure.
Not a pressure regulator.
This the
that's just a
pressure
manifold.
of the fuel system.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this controls the pressure. This is a Hillborn.
Oh, you put the pills in it?
This is a Hillborn blow-off valve. No, it doesn't have a pill in it. It just has a springs, different springs and shims you can do.
Oh.
So this controls your fuel pressure.
Okay.
So when all of this stuff here has a fuel pressure change, this is going to see it.
Okay.
This has a big, like a half-inch ball in the thing.
Okay.
So when you open that valve, it's a big change right
So
now.
the spring is what does the
Spring
tension in it?
controls it, but it's on the output side.
Okay.
So everything's pressurized to whatever this gauge is all the time. When you have a sudden shock load by hitting these nitrous systems on,
Mm-hmm.
that takes a sudden load of fuel volume, then this here will kick in. This valve will open up instantly and keep the pressure up.
Okay.
So it's almost instantaneous. So this guy here, Collier, he's a Pro Mod guy from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
He made this system. He invented
okay.
this.
What regulates the fuel getting into here?
Because he was having the problem with the Pro Mods, they're running lean when they hit the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's too many
they're
nitrous
killing the
going in.
motors.
Yeah.
So that's how they fixed the problem, because these do not fucking work.
Okay. Mechanical feed fuel injection. So the solenoids are what send it in pulse wise?
The solenoids are an on-off switch. That's all they are. They open and control the valve. It's a valve.
Okay. That's how it gets sent fuel into the manifold.
When you open the valve up, it opens up. It's a plunger. It just opens up a valve, opens up a hole. Boom.
So it saves time. Well, doesn't have to be fed like the timing and shit though on mechanical injection. There's nothing to.
It's mechanical because I control it. Right here. That's how you control it. Boom. You're on. So you got first stage over here and you got second stage here.
Oh, okay.
So first stage turns on the first group of nozzles way up here.
Yeah.
Second stage turns on these other ones down here.
Okay. Can you feel it?
Well, I never shut off this one when I turned that one on, I'll tell you that.
No, I bet that. Yeah, but I mean, can you feel it?
These ones have bigger jets than these ones.
Wow. No wonder you burn up pistons.
So
and
it's
stuff,
over. You over double the hit when you hit it the second time. And so all of these feed right into the valve bowl. Each side, you got a valve in the middle of the port. Those two nozzles, one feeds that side, one feeds that side. These two here feed the intake the other direction at 90 degrees.
Wow.
So they're blowing fuel that way, and these two just go right into the damn thing. And these are out of the airstream, so when the manifold makes a little hump right here,
Yeah.
this is underneath the hump.
So it's negative air that gets, kind of pulls it into.
So the air goes over top, and it just shoots raw fuel right into the damn motor.
Wow.
But it's nice. It's it's emulsified with the nitrous, isn't it? So the nitrous bottle's back here.
Back to my original question.
It's a little small bottle right here.
I saw that last night. We had the cover off of
Yeah,
it.
it just has a little small bottle there.
What was it, like 30-pounder? And back to my original question, how many hours does it turn when you're
So this one
when you're
here,
wide open?
the bottle you run at 1,000 pounds. See up here, you got a gauge up here.
Yeah, oh, that's the nitrous gauge?
There's another gauge.
Okay.
Now this is how you purge the system. You open this up.
Oh, like the guys do with the drag strip? when they're
Yeah, except
purging
I just pop the cap, and that controls the pressure. It controls the temperature, not pressure.
Why do they dump so much on the TV shows? It's like they're just dumping nitrous. Half the bottle is gone before they even leave the line. To get everything cool?
See, all this stuff here is hot.
Right.
Okay, nitrous is cold.
Uh-huh.
It's liquid's what you want. When it turns into gas, it leans out. You don't have any power.
Okay.
So when it's cold, liquid, there's a lot more volume for the same jet size.
Okay.
So if you're flowing raw, gas,
You can get the
gas
power you
state,
want.
not
Yeah.
liquid state, you're running dead lean.
Okay.
You're running rich because you're dumping all the fuel in it.
Okay.
So you got the same fuel going in, but you don't have the gas going with it. So it runs lean. I'm not, damn it, it runs rich.
Okay.
You're leaning out the nitrous system. So you're still putting all the fuel to it, so it's running rich.
Because it's not
And
because
then
of the
up here,
gaseous state.
you're taking away the ignition timing out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how much ignition timing I'm pulling out of this thing.
Yeah. Zero's when you first started, or what? No, 10 degrees.
Zero's this one.
Oh, that thing.
So you got first stage, second stage, third stage.
And what controls those when the switch is on their side?
The way you wire it.
Oh, Oh, it does it all by itself?
It's right here. First stage, second stage, and third stage is this one, which is a switch up on the other side. You didn't even find that switch yet. There's a switch up on the handlebar you missed.
But these are to retard the ignition, right?
Yeah, there's a switch up on the handlebar you missed over there. I work with my
Oh,
thumb.
there's another one on the handlebar?
Yeah, I pop it. I use my thumb up there. It's up there on the handlebar. You got a switch hanging up there by the top of the handlebar.
Above the brake?
Up
Or
there.
this thing?
Yeah, up there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's your.
A little extension on the...
You triggered that with your thumb. Well, you got to be able to do it from the handlebar.
Yeah.
So you work that with your thumb as you're going down the track. So that gives you 3 different stages of retard or whatever you're trying to do.
Right.
Now I could put another fogger nozzle on that, but I'm trying to make the thing get to the finish line, not blow it up worse than it already is. It's already got enough nitrous in it.
Yeah. So you're just trying to make it run to the... How long is the track over there?
So right now when you're on the bottle,
Yeah.
all the way on the dyno, fuel comes out the front of that carburetor. At 8,300 RPM on the dyno,
8,300.
fuel is coming out of that bottle, out of the front of that carburetor.
Wow.
So unless you got positive airflow pushing that shit down his gut, it's coming back out.
Overflow, huh?
So we're 100% running nitrous on this motor going on the track. 100%. We're not using any atmosphere gas. We're using strictly
All
nitrous
for
oxide
the
and
O.
nitromethane. So it's all bottled power.
Yeah. Wow.
The air comes right off this front end and goes right into that thing too. So the faster you go, the more airstream goes in that carburetor. It shoves the shit down in there.
It isn't blowing dust in there, huh?
So you can actually turn that throttle open half and stuff and change the fuel curve while you're going on track. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's open or
Depending on how
not.
much air it's getting, huh?
Like I said, all of these nozzles is feeding the motor
Yeah.
because there's big jets in these things.
And what do we need to do to it to get it ready to run?
So these jets I run up in here, I got 28s and 32s I run.
In this?
The nitrous lines?
In these, yeah, okay. 28s and 32s, huh?
Yeah, I vary the jets to what I'm trying to do, but usually I run a 24 or 28 on the first stage, nitrous, and then I run 28s or 32s on the second. I usually like running 32s on the second, to hell with it. If we're going to blow it up, let's, let's get after it. And
As lean as you can, huh?
so I call it 32s because how many nozzles are feeding there?
4.
Well, there's 2 of each size, so you got, they go in pairs.
Right.
So each nitrous system controls 2 fogger nozzles. That's what the
Okay.
T right here. So you got first stage and second stage, or whichever way it is. I forget which way is which.
Right.
If you follow the lines, you'll know which one it is. This one here is second
one
stage.
goes
This
through
one's
here,
first
so-
stage. So when you trigger this one right here, you're feeding these 2 nozzles up here on the top,
Right.
and you got this amount of retard kicking in.
Okay.
When you hit the second stage,
Those
Then-
stay on.
these 2 come on,
Yeah.
and you go to that retard,
Okay.
and that doesn't go away, and that one doesn't go away. All of these are flowing. And then third stage, you flip that switch up on the handlebar over there, that retard goes in, which can be 0 to 5,
Yeah.
and this puts raw fuel in it. And this is just a little small 24 thou hole,
24,000?
yeah, at 28 psi.
Like the NHR.
So I run this at 28 psi,
Wow.
my fuel system. And when you got everything on, it drops down to about 24 because that fuel pump's too small.
It is too small.
It's too small.
Wow.
Because I lose fuel pressure on the dyno under full load.
Unreal. So what needs to be
And-
done to it? What do you got to do to it to make it?
And that fuel tank will empty out in about 30 seconds.
Is it like 2 gallons? Huh? And with everything going wide open?
When you
With
take
all-
when you take the fuel line off of here
Yeah.
and dump it into my jug, it'll empty that thing in about 30 seconds, that tank. Full tank.
So I think keep it back. Is this regulator here?
Like I said, you got 300 gallons per hour flow, and you got how much tank? You got about 1.75 gallons, all that holds.
How
And
much
at,
does it take
at
per-
Bonneville,
It must almost burn it all in one run, though.
at Bonneville, there's not much left in that
I
tank.
bet. I was going to say, it must not be.
That's why I had to
You
make it bigger. It was running out. It was running out. So
So you put a little thing on the back and the bottom to make it have more fuel? So you just took all the space you could?
I went every direction you could go. I filled up all the gaps.